channeled Yehovah, and Yehovah spoke that it was fear, a false need to defend, that stopped us from pronouncing that name, and it no longer need be appropriate. So, I believe that Yehovah does not require it of us to not say his name, and he never required of us not to say his name, but to use his name in light and love. So, the sphere above the head, Yah. The sphere, now you could think of that as the first chakra, or the fifth, or the last one, doesn't matter. The next sphere is the area of the face and throat. Forehead, face, throat. And the name, and up pretty much to the top of the head. Or even all of the head, who knows. But the name of this head-throat sphere, of course, it's got to be connected to all of the head. You can't leave part of the head out, can you? So the name of this chakra of head and throat, face and throat, is Yehovah Elohim. Which is interesting because, again, this sacred name of God, this most high name of God, Yehovah, and then Elohim. Well, Elohim means God but it's in the plural form. In Hebrew, we say Elohim very much. It's one of the most common ways to say God, and it's in the plural, and isn't that interesting? And well, this chakra has a plural nature. It's the eyes and the nose and the mouth and the throat, the speaking will aspect of the throat. All of them are involved in this chakra of Yehovah Elohim. So it's Yah above the head. Yah above the head. And with intention and with our sounding of the Yah, we can activate that chakra above the head. And then when we want to activate the throat and head chakra, then we would say, according to this Kabbalistic system in the book, The Art of True Healing, we would say, Yehovah Elohim. Yehovah Elohim. Can you feel the sacred dance of the sound, of the movements of the tongue and mouth, and of the face and head? Yehovah Elohim. Yehovah Elohim. It's a sacred dance and a sacred concert. And can you dive into that amazingly powerful experience? So, and then the next one in going down would be the area of the heart chakra, the chest and solar plexus area. And so you can imagine a big circular sphere of the chest and solar plexus. And the name of that one is Yehovah Eloha V'dat. Yehovah Eloha V'dat. Very interesting. Now Yehovah, again, it's got to be no accident. But it's now in the singular. It's no longer Yehovah Elohim like in the head, throat. Now it's the heart chakra, and it's in the singular. Yehovah Eloha. Eloha is the singular form of Elohim. Elohim is the plural form of Eloha, and it means God. One form of the name of God with certain powers and energies invested in that name, Eloha. It sounds, does it not, completely like the Hawaiian word for hello and goodbye and love. Aloha. It's the same word. Why? Why is the name for God in Hebrew Eloha spelled with an E in English? Of course, an Aleph in Hebrew. Eloha and Aloha. Why the similarity? I'll tell you why the similarity. because the Lemurian culture and the Hebrew culture are completely interrelated, integrated. They come from the same divine source. And I met a Hawaiian kahuna, an amazing old woman named Auntie Poi Poi, and an amazing, powerful old woman, and a kahuna, and also a Mormon. I'd like to talk about Mormonism and the high regard that I hold of it. Also in the Keys of Enoch, they speak of it in high regard. But anyway, this half Hawaiian, half white, she looked completely Polynesian, though she was half white as well. She said that the Hawaiian people are a tribe of Israel. There's a huge interconnection between the Polynesian and the Hebrew traditions and cultures and lineage, and there's great deal to be learned about this. Our word in Hebrew, the word for priest, is kohen. The Hawaiian word for priest is kahuna. Okay, how could that be? It's the same word. And sometimes you could in Hebrew it's also kahana or kohen. So the same word, like eloha and aloha. So okay, that's a little sidetrack. So the sacred name, the Hebrew name for the heart solar plexus chakra is in the singular, and it's Yehovah Eloha V'dat. Yehovah Eloha V'dat. What is dat? Dat is knowledge. Okay? It's a very coded word as well, with that dalet at the beginning, which is a number 4, fourth letter in the alphabet, and the tav, the very last letter, which is the 22nd letter in the alphabet, 22 being a 4 as well. Both the dalet and the tav of dat are they're connected particularly with initiation, and the word means knowledge. So Hebrew, every sound and letter in Hebrew is tremendously coded, like all language. But so it's Yehovah Eloha V'dat. Yehovah Eloha V'dat. And when you say it and when you dive into it, you feel this love aspect. You feel this divine love, wisdom, energy in it. Yehovah Eloha V'dat. And there's a singularity to it, unlike the head throat chakra, because there's something about the heart chakra area, solar plexus chakra area, when they are brought together, unified, it's an energy of sacred oneness, of divine oneness, divine heart, divine mind, but very much it's a oneness energy. So, and then moving down to the area of the second chakra. The second chakra, the whole sexual area, the sexual organs. This whole second chakra area, energetically, physiologically, it's called Shaddai El Chai. Shaddai El Chai. With a cha, the Hebrew chet. Okay? Shaddai El Chai. So, what is that? Shaddai is the name of the Almighty. It's the name of God with the connotation of almighty, all-powerful. Okay? It's that shin, that three-tongued fiery shin, which is connected to Shekhinah, or Shekinah, as some people say in America, English-speaking countries. The Shekhinah, the presence of God. That's that female presence of God. And the Daled, the second letter, which is the door, and the third final letter is the Yud, which is the emanation, the spark emanation of God, the Yah, spark emanation of God, descending into the realms of matter. Shaddai, Almighty, Almighty God. Shaddai El Chai. Okay, and then the second word is El. El is the name for God, like Elohim, or Eloha. El means God, and it's that El, the letter El, or the Lamed, which the tongue going to the roof of the mouth because it's coded, connecting above and below the 12 dimensions. El, the name of God, connecting all 12 dimensions, the highest of the high and the lowest of the low. Shaddai El Chai. Chai is Chaim. It means life. Chai, life. The Chet Yud. So, of course, what a appropriate name for the procreative center. Shaddai El Chai. Almighty. Well, it's the creation chakra. It's from which all life comes. So Shaddai, Almighty, God of life. That's would be a literal English translation. Shaddai El Chai. Shaddai El Chai. You know, when you say that and you tend the energy and you understand that this is the name of the second chakra area, that combination of saying and understanding will energize and empower your second chakra area, such a key area, such an area of imbalance in so many people. What Cryon calls the second brain. Why the second brain? Because when that part of our body is out of balance, we are out of balance. When a part of our body is in a healthy, good balance, we are in a healthy, good balance. It's the second brain, not just Cryon, but in esoteric circles, it's known as the second brain. So Shaddai El Chai, Almighty God of life. Well, when you say that and you intend that energy, and you understand that as the name of the second chakra, then you are bringing all of those energies into your second chakra area and into, of course, all of your fields, because we are one. We are one. One body, one mind, body, spirit, what's complex. And again, all of life is one living mandala. So, that's the second chakra. And then going down to the final chakra, or to the first chakra, however you want to look at it, that it's around the feet and below the feet, and the sacred names of God connected to that chakra are Adonai Ha'aretz, or Adonai HaMelech. Okay? So let's look at these names. Adonai Ha'aretz. Aretz means land or earth. Lord. Adonai means Lord. And it's of course another very, very powerful name of God, which contains specific energies and properties and